Hey, I'm Ryan from the Ryan's Eye, and today we're going to learn about your Saturn and how people will try and parent you based on where it is placed in your houses. So Saturn is a very strict planet. It's a very consistent planet. It places restrictions on you based on the sign that it is in and the house that it is in, because in your later years, it wants you to be very successful and continuously prosperous in that aspect that it places the restrictions on. So you may see people parent you more in those areas. Like, say, for instance, you have Saturn in the first house. You may see people parent you on being yourself. But we're gonna break it down, make it count, play it straight. If you have Saturn in the first house, that means, like I said, people will parent you being yourself. People will complain to you about how you are. People might even complain to you about your name, and you didn't even give yourself the name. People will complain to you about everything dealing with the person that you are, the person that you're presented as, your soft soul. Like, say, for instance, you could have gone through some trauma as a young child, and people will complain to you, or they'll parent you. Not complain, parent. They'll parent you like you've done something wrong. People will treat you like you've done something wrong whenever you have any kind of self-expression, even though it has nothing to do with them. Saturn in the second house, people will parent you on your finances. People will parent you on your self-worth. People will parent you on, it's kind of like the first house, but it's way more internal. I can't really say that. It's not way more internal. That's not true. These are just completely the same but different aspects. But the self-worth is like a very, very big thing, you know? So Saturn in Taurus or Saturn in the second house, people will continuously try and parent how you feel when it comes to your worthiness, how you feel when it comes to your finances. Like, people could try and parent your job. They could try and, because you know that's personal assets. The second house is personal assets. People might try and parent how you make money, how you express yourself. Say, for instance, you're an entrepreneur. Oh my God, they're gonna try and parent you so bad when it comes to how you push your products, or how this and that it looks, how your website looks, how this looks. And it all goes back to this pain within your sense of self-worth, because you feel like you're constantly being questioned on how worthy you are. People will damn near question you and say, are you even worthy of success? Are you even worthy of financial security? Like, they'll damn near say it. Saturn in the third house, people will parent your communication skills. People will parent the way that you talk. People might even parent the way that you think. Like, you could be thinking something or have an idea, because the third house is with ideas as well. And people might be like, oh yeah, well, that idea is just too frivolous, or too out there, too strange, too big. I don't know why I just heard don't listen to them. So one of y'all on here are probably listening to somebody that's parenting your ideas in your mind right now. People will parent your communication skills. They'll parent how you talk, how you express yourself. You might be parented by your siblings, since the third house is siblings. You might get parented a lot on how you maneuver in your immediate surroundings, since the third house is close range travel. Saturn in the fourth house, people will parent, oh my God, that's like the house of the parent. That's the house of the mother. People will parent your feelings, your sense of security, your emotions. People will definitely parent your emotions. They'll parent you when it comes to how you want to live, how you build your home. You'll probably experience a lot of parenting from your mother or with your mother. You probably had to be a parent from a young age, or experience a lot of restrictions on receiving parental guidance. Saturn in the fourth house is that's just baby on baby. You'll be overly criticized in your home life. From a young age, in your older years, you'll have so many people overly critic your home, your emotions, your inner emotional security. Saturn in the fifth house, people will parent your self-expression, your inner child, and that must hurt really bad. They'll parent the traits dealing with Leo. They'll parent your self-expression, how you act as a child, when you really feel free, when you really feel like you're being yourself, like when you feel wild, when you feel like your self-expression is through the roof, when you feel like you're center stage, when you feel like you're finally showing the world how great you are, when you feel like you're aligning with being in the light, when you feel like you're finally aligning with being a star, when you feel like you're doing things that awaken your heart. People will parent everything of that. You'll experience a lot of parenting with awakenings of the heart, awakenings of your inner child, what makes you really have fun, what feels really validating and fun. Fun is parented. They don't want to see that. Saturn in the 6th house, people will parent your routines. People will criticize and try and verbally restrict you when it comes to the routines, when it comes to helping others, when it comes to being helped, when it comes to your practicality, when it comes to the healer within you. They'll parent your work as well, because the 6th house is dealing with work also. People will parent your routines by saying like, you should be more consistent, or you're not consistent enough, even when you feel like you're doing everything that you can, fighting tooth and nail. You might end up with this placement feeling very weird when you feel like you have structure in the way that you voice who you are in terms of your routines and your work life. Like, say for instance, you create a good work schedule that's good for you. You may see restrictions and parental guidance in the way that it is. Saturn in the 7th house, people will parent your relationships, or the person that you get into a relationship with will parent you, or you will overly parent them. You'll always feel critiqued in the way that you form bonds, and also in your contracts, you may experience, if you don't choose the right contracts, obviously, you may experience a lot of parental restriction, over guidance in your connections, in your relationships, in your contracts, in your business relationships. People will be overly, even your business partners may overly critique you. When forming contracts, people may act like you don't know what you're doing. When trying to build a stable relationship, your partner or other people outside the relationship will act like you aren't wise in your decision making in the relationship. Saturn in the 8th house, your taboos, your sensuality, the way that you handle other people's money, your otherworldly beliefs and sense of self is parented. The deeper depths within your soul, parented. You may try and go within and find yourself and truly meet the other side energetically, and people will parent it. You'll see probably some mystical sign of, not sign, but some post where someone's saying something about like something that you do that's dealing with your otherworldly beliefs. You may come across someone who is like in the taboo world that tries to parent you or tries to restrict you in some kind of way. You'll be restricted in your sensuality as well. Parented in your sensuality, you may experience partners or people who tell you mad and mean things about your taboos because they're trying to restrict you and they're trying to parent you. Saturn in the 9th house, people will parent your exploration, your adventuristic mindset. People will parent your knowledge. They'll parent your expansion. People will be like, whenever you try to expand, say for instance, you're a content creator who creates content surrounding knowledge. People will parent your expansion, and if you are expanding in knowledge, it'll be double parent. So you'll receive a lot of posts, comments and such about people talking about your expansion, or people complaining about your expansion, or comments of people talking about how you need to be more like this, or how you need to be more like that, or how they feel like you could do better with this. People will just feel this ease with parenting your expansion, knowledge, also higher education, also your spiritual beliefs. A lot of parenting in your spiritual beliefs with Saturn in the 9th house. People will come out of the woodworks and say that you don't know enough, or you can't do this, or what you're doing is too strange, or this or that, or you are they'll try and parent, restrict you. Saturn in the 10th house, your reputation is parented, your status is parented, your legacy will be parented. People will try and say things about you, spread certain rumors about you to try and restrict your reputation or try and mold your reputation to what they think would be best. Parenting. You'll receive a lot of questions when it comes to your status. Whenever you gain a certain momentum or a certain status that you really desired, you may receive some big person come out of nowhere, or people in the comments, multitudes of people coming out of the woodworks talking about your alignment with that new status. Your reputation will continuously feel like it's questionable because people will continuously make you feel like you need to be questioned. You'll go through a lot to gain a real sturdy sense of self when it comes to your reputation and your legacy. It'll take a long time to build that strong legacy because you'll deal with a lot of parenting and a lot of self-conflicting beliefs, like you're not deserving of what you're experiencing or receiving. And it's 10 minutes. I will come back with the other two, or I'll just comment them. Link in the description for the readings, and I will be back